Good morning, everybody. So this morning I'm not going to be pulling anything from the fridge because we're going to do another session on coffee roasting. So today I'm going to be showing you how to use the electric coffee roaster. The one I'm using is the Fresh Roast SR300. I got this one off of eBay. It's about $200. Really does a good job, really efficient, really quick. I'm going to start by showing you guys how to put it together and show you just how efficient these machines can be as compared to my previous videos on manual roasting using both a cast iron pan as well as using the Zen roaster. So first things first, you'll need the base, you'll need the chamber that holds the coffee beans, you'll need the top that comes in actual two parts, but I'll show you when we're breaking it down after. And you'll need something to scoop, preferably this one here, preferably a 1 ounce scoop. So today I'm gonna be roasting something a little bit differently. We have a local coffee roaster here called Velvet Sunrise Coffee Roasters. It's in Whitchurch-Stouffville, Ontario. Fantastic people there, and they make fantastic products. But this one here that I'm using is a 70% Brazilian, 30% Burundi, washed Burundi bean. It's one of their signature blends. Love it to death. So again, Velvet Sunrise, I'll try to link their site in the description, but if you have the chance and you're in Ontario, definitely check them out. First things first, you're gonna need no more than 4 ounces. If you go more, then it won't go through properly. You can also do this with an old school popcorn air popper. It works just as well. Just make sure you're not overfilling the chamber. There you go. So when you put it in, you'll notice that it doesn't really go above that line, but it's a very easy setup. This clamps on there. There's a hole in the bottom of this handle here that kind of lines up on either side with one of those. And then you just put the top on, and it's the same kind of thing where there's kind of this little plug there that goes and fits right on top there. So it's on, you can feel that it's sturdy. There's very few buttons on it actually. There's just a kind of a digital timer that counts down the minutes. There's an increased time, a decreased time, and then power on or start the cooling process. You want to keep it on the heat button. You can manually cool it if you think that they're cooking too fast. I find this machine does it perfectly already, so you don't really need to do that. After the 6-minute timer is up, it automatically goes into a 3-minute cool cycle. So last thing you need to do, plug it in. You can see it's on, press the power button, and away it goes. So that timer is showing 5.9 minutes. I don't know why they didn't do it in seconds, but 5.9 minutes, so just under 6 minutes to do a roast. You can see at this point that there's not much movement in there and that the beans are just above that silver line. It doesn't take very long. It takes only, like I said, 6 minutes to cook and 2 to 3 minutes to cool down. But I know there's a lot of background noise right now, so I'll try to come back when there's when there's color change. So see you guys in a very short minute. All right guys, so I'm back. We're just past the 2-minute mark right now, so there's 3.5 minutes left. You can already see that the beans have risen quite a bit because they're, well, air's forming inside, but they're starting to go up quite a bit and they're starting to circulate a lot faster as the beans become a lot lighter. It's still about 3 minutes left. We'll come back at about the 1.5 minute mark to show you just how much the color and the temperature changes. So see you guys in a bit. All right, so we're back. We have just over a half of a minute left, so 30 seconds. You can see that the beans have gone substantially darker in those in the 6 minutes total roast. They've gotten a lot higher up the actual container. So now where we started just above this line, they're a lot lighter. There's a lot more air into them, so they've puffed up. And we're just edging. So now that there's about 10 seconds left, it's gonna go into the cool cycle, which it just did. And now it's manually cooling. So for the next 2 to 3 minutes, it's gonna automatically cool for me, and I'll go through the process of taking the machine apart and just what it looks like to collect all the chafe. So you saw just how easy it was to roast the beans, 6 minutes. So I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, guys, we're back. So the roasting just finished right now. It just turned itself off. It obviously went through the cool cycle. I'm actually gonna show you guys just how much is in there. So it's almost doubled in volume just from the expansion of roasting those beans. But now that it's cool, you can actually take the top off. And what you're gonna actually see, so you can see a little bit of dust collected on the top from the chafe. But as you take this machine off, it's gonna kind of come in 2 parts. It still is a little bit hot, but you can take it off. And what you're left with is the beans. There's very, very little bit of chafe left on the top. But from any green bean supplier that you get your green beans from, they should be able to provide you with, this one's a gold foil bag, but it's a bag that has a specialty, it's almost like a valve in it, but it allows the gases to escape. So you never want to use freshly roasted coffee beans right away, because what happens is through the roasting process, gases form on the inside, so it's carbon dioxide forms on the inside and it helps it expand, and then it needs to go through what's called a degassing stage. So sometimes you'll know that it hasn't degassed properly, and usually that takes about two days, but usually the degassing stage, you'll notice that it hasn't gone through properly. If you go to get a latte somewhere or a cappuccino and they pour the milk in, it looks beautiful design, and then all of a sudden 2 minutes later the foam has dissipated quite a bit. There's huge heavy bubbles in it. What happens is a lot of times the crema had a lot of gases that formed on the inside, and it wasn't degassed properly. So what I like to do for those days to get it is I put it inside the foil bag. You can seal it, and the gases are going to escape from there, but it's still going to stay fresh on the inside. So you could also do this with a Ziploc or any bag really. Just don't seal it completely, even a glass jar, because there's enough gas that can cause it to burst or explode or break. So you can just seal that up. We're done there. But what I really wanted to show you guys now was kind of how that chafe collects with the electric machine, which makes it nice for cleanup. So you have the actual, you have the cover there, and then what ends up happening is the cover comes off in 2 parts, like I said at the start. But as you peel it off, you'll actually see all of the chafe that collects on the inside of the electric machine. And what that is just a bunch of dried skin. And you don't want that in clogging your grinder or the espresso machine, but it's absolutely incredible that this simple machine does this. Like I said, you can use a home popcorn air popper to do this. The chafe obviously won't have anywhere to collect, so it'll just blow up in the air. Just make sure to remove the butter reservoir kind of thing that you put at the top. Just leave that open. And again, you can use like a mesh screen or anything on top of that. But again, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Another batch of fresh roasted coffee, and subscribe, like, comment if you want to see more videos. Please share. Love doing this. And again, thanks for watching From the Fridge.